Y'all, Holman's Outdoor Solutions here on a very hot August day. August is just about over with. These gnats are terrible today too. Excuse me for blowing them away while I'm trying to talk. But here is my newest business purchase. A Rugged Made 15 horse Raven engine powered 37-ton log splitter. Got the 6-way wedge and the 4-way that come with it. And this thing has been leaking like a sieve. I about wanted to just call this thing leaky. But it's not the machine's problem. These freaking hoses and fittings, not really the hoses, the fittings. So I used the liquid white Teflon tape on these things. I wouldn't recommend it for a log splitter because I guess it can't handle the pressure. I let it dry, and these things, just about all of them have been leaking. So I've been having to take them back out and put real Teflon tape on them, tighten them back up, and trying that. This engine's electric and pull start. I've been pull starting it, don't got a battery yet, which I don't mind pull starting it. And I got these saw logs here. I was gonna saw up on my mill when I had it, but it's sold, so I need firewood, lots of it. So these 4 candidates here are on the splitting block. I'm gonna get the splitting and see how this thing does. Hopefully don't spring a bunch more leaks.
I am whooped. This heat here in Midlands of South Carolina is horrible, and the humidity is back to being horrible because it rained pretty good yesterday for a short amount of time. It was a downpour, but golly, that humidity is kicking me. My shirt is completely soaked. I'm dehydrating so fast too. But word of advice, and this is the main point I want to make for this video on that Rugged Made 37-ton splitter of mine. Do yourself a massive favor. Do not use liquid Teflon tape on the fittings. The valve block on that thing, nearly all the fittings are leaking, and I possibly didn't tighten them up enough either. When I had the fittings screwed into the valve block on the vise, I was tightening them down. So then I would put them on the splitter and tighten them up to where they needed to go for the direction of the hoses. But I might could have gotten one more turn out of the fittings to make sure they're extra tight. But use real Teflon tape. That's what you need to take away from this video. Other than that, the splitter's doing, first impression, it's doing good, saving my back big time, not using my back to pick up those massive rounds. The hydraulic log lift is picking them right up, no problem at all. So that's a huge help there. The 6-way wedge, I wish it was lower, because the way it's built, the wedge sits a little high, so when the wood starts getting split through it, they want to peel up. And then the heel end of the piece of firewood gets jammed up into the face of the wedge, so then it can't split it. So that's one thing right off the bat that's kind of aggravating. You could get a hydraulic adjustable wedge for a splitter and probably wouldn't have that issue. But with this one, with it being a fixed wedge slip-on, guess you're gonna have to deal with that. I sometimes just split it, back off, split it again, and that kind of aligns it, so to speak, so it'll split easier the next time you push that ram into the round. So that's a little trick I've been using. But all the wedges work good. The single way wedge, it probably needs to be sharpened. It's not that sharp. Compared to my parents' Countryline Tractor Supply one, the single way wedge on that thing is razor sharp. This one on this one is dull. Even though there's 37 tons of force pushing into it, it's still not that. It could definitely use a sharpening. So I might wind up doing that possibly. I'll have more impressions to give on it once I use it more. But other than all the leaking fittings and valves, which isn't a splitter's issue, it's not using the right Teflon tape, it's doing good. And it's, as far as I know, the cheapest, well-made hydraulic log lift optioned with a 4-way included wedge, 15 horse engine. It's like the cheapest one on the market. It cost me, and that was having a deal going on, 5% off. So I got 250 bucks off with the cant hook I bought with it, this 6-way wedge, and the splitter. It's got a 30-inch stroke, so it's longer. Could have gotten a 24-inch. It was a little cheaper, but in case I needed to split long piece of wood, I got the 30-inch. All that $4,400 with shipping to my door. So pretty good price. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Catch y'all on the next one.